The Jasmine Crockett era. Yes, she's actually running for Senate, and it's like my favorite thing in the whole wide world. Jasmine Crockett, of course, I'm a biggest fan, and I just love the fact that she's out there spewing the things that she spews on a day-to-day basis. She's very entertaining. I've been told a terrible driver. I don't know if that part's true or not, I have to say. I can't confirm that, but I do have eyewitnesses. Just throwing that out there. But in addition to that, she's a moron, and a lovable moron, and the type of person you absolutely want to be your opponent. Let's get into her announcement because I think it's fascinating. Jasmine Crockett announces campaign for Texas Democratic Senate primary. There is a ton to go through. I mean, all the stuff that Jasmine Crockett said is as appropriately nuts as you think it is, but I want to start in another part of the announcement because you might know, Kamala Harris or Barack Obama come out and they've got like Beyonce singing a song beforehand and they have that big announcement. Well, she did this as well, our friend Jasmine Crockett. I like to call her Jasmine, but Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett, she had a campaign video that we're going to play first because this is her big announcement. And it's her. Now I say she's a moron and everyone's like, gosh, you can't say that about her. Is that even true? I think she confirmed it because her entire announcement video seems to be Donald Trump calling her an idiot. Listen.
How about this new one they have, their new star, Crockett? How about her? She's the new star of the Democrat Party, Jasmine Crockett. They're in big trouble.
But you have this woman, Crockett. She's a very low IQ person.
I watched her speak the other day. She's definitely a low IQ person. Crockett. Oh, man, oh, man. She's a very low IQ person.
Somebody said the other day she's one of the leaders of the party. I said, you got to be kidding.
Now they're going to rely on Crockett. Crockett's going to bring them back.
Oh, that is so cringy. My favorite part. Now you might say, if you didn't hear, if you're on podcast, you didn't see any of that. She is staring to the side, kind of a profile view through all the Donald Trump insults. She then turns dramatically to the camera. Then does my favorite part, which is the overly exaggerated arm folding. It's like, and then she does the smile, like I'm on top of this. I'm ready for a battle, just like this. Oh, my little tagging. It's insane, and I love it. Okay, by the way, it was supposedly unlisted on YouTube. Like, she didn't even mean to put it out there, which is exactly how you'd expect she'd launch this campaign, like an idiot, which is great. I love it. Okay, so let me get to the now opening entertainment, because that's going to be fun. And by the way, does she have a chance to win this thing? She does, actually, as far as the primary goes. She is the number 2 on the list, which is a 48% chance. Colin Allred is at 1%, and that's we'll get into. He left the race. James Talarico is the other opponent, 53% chance of winning. So even with her announcement, she's not in first place, but she's certainly up there. Now she makes this big statement in her initial campaign video that, oh my gosh, I'm going to put a huge dent in this race. They're terrified of me. Here is the chances of Democrats winning the Senate. What you see here, and I'll explain this chart to our friends on podcasts, which is that the red line for Republicans is at 80% and has been at 80% for months and months and months and months and months. A 20% chance for the Democrats to win, and it's been the same for months and months and months and months and months. Not necessarily the impact probably she was looking for, because there's been basically none so far. Now, I want to tell you about Cure for Paranoia. Who is Cure for Paranoia? This is the band, the person, the rapper. Well, I shouldn't say a band. It is not a band. He is a member of the Dallas Alternative Hip Hop Collective, which, of course, I'm sure you're a huge fan of. Why did he start this band? Well, he says, quote, "I got placed on medication for bipolar depression." That's how his explanation starts. And by the way, not just bipolar, but paranoid schizophrenia. But it turned out that the music was more therapeutic than the medication was. So I created Cure for Paranoia. Science in action here from the Democrats. It was a form of therapy, and I hope he thinks it could be therapy for other people too. Apparently, he's reaching a clear member of the paranoid schizophrenic community, Jasmine Crockett, because she's a big fan. And she invited him to come out on stage and do a new rap that he had written, apparently kind of about Jasmine Crockett and about how bad Donald Trump is. And the way they decided to perform it was to play the recording of him doing the rap and then him rap on top of it. And he can't really remember the words of his own rap, so he's reading them, and then he can't keep up with his own rap, so he just stops halfway through. It is a hell of a clip, and I want to share it with you right now in its entirety.
Okay. She ain't never scared and she ain't never been. Who is willing to go toe-to-toe against the president? I can't wrap my head around someone who votes Republican. She advocate for feeding kids. They protect folks touching them. Trump invading his own country with an army. What a joke. We remember Pearl Harbor by illegally bombing boats. But y'all thought we wasn't gonna do nothing, buddy. Think again. They only trying to scare out of running because they think she'll win. Listen, thought I told y'all we ain't never scared. Now look who name on the docket. Got 2 words for every racist bigot. Jasmine Crockett. Everyone in MAGA is a racist. Yeah, that might be true, but in all the history, I
y'all hear the words.
The Nazi flag be blue. So which side you wanna choose? Me, I hope my money goes to side that isn't trying to say affordability's a hoax. She stand on business, all 10 toes. Texas soap, don't need no more bad built, bleach blonde, butch bodies moving forward.
It's available on Spotify. Okay, let me go to Jasmine Crockett. I'm going to be blasting on the way home. That and the My Little Pony song that I heard from Megyn Kelly today. Those 2 things are going to be my soundtrack for the day. How about Jasmine Crockett talking about her big announcement? Here she is. Get pumped up, America.
Yes, it is true. I am running to become your next United States Senator from the state of Texas.
Yes! I need to go to these events. I'm her biggest fan.
I honestly can't put into words what it means to me. You see, a lot of people think that making decisions like this, you take them lightly.
No one thinks that.
I'm here to tell you that I understand that there's a responsibility. I'm not reading from my script, so they're about to be confused.
Lots of people are very confused with what you're doing, Jasmine. But we appreciate it anyway. Okay, let me talk to her. She sees herself as a big transformational figure in politics, of course. I mean, I say this often about Gavin Newsom, but it's true with Crockett as well. Nobody loves Jasmine Crockett as much as Jasmine Crockett does. Here she is talking about how she's basically Obama.
You know, I never thought that I would run for office, but some people are able to inspire others as they walk their own path. As a 27-year-old public defender walking in her path, there was someone who came along and inspired me. There was this charismatic, funny, intelligent, and exciting young candidate with a funny name who just got into the U.S. Senate and was running for president. Many doubted if this country was ready, while others, well, we got to work and kept hope alive.
Oh, you're a
We
hero.
didn't focus on the naysayers. We didn't get distracted by any pollsters.
He was
We
winning in the polls
remained
the entire
laser
time.
focused on getting the person who was best for the job into the seat. We didn't let history diminish our hope in what was possible.
Isn't that a Kamala line?
We ignored that the devil on our shoulder that sometimes tries to tell us your vote doesn't matter.
Huh?
The country's not ready.
Oh.
He can't win. And responded with that timeless American creed. Yes, we can.
Oh, drama.
Yes, I'm talking about President Barack Obama.
I love that. She does a big speech like, yes, there's a man with a black mask and he breathes and he's Luke's father. Yes, I'm talking about Darth Vader. Wow, what a journey you just took us on. That was incredible, Jasmine. Okay, can Jasmine Crockett turn Texas blue? Of course she can. No, let's hope that she doesn't, but I still want her to win the primary. Here she is talking about that.
Turning Texas blue is what I want to talk to y'all about today. Now, there are those that say, ain't no way, we done tried it 50 kinds of ways. Let me be clear, y'all ain't never tried it the JC way. We used to telling us what I can't do, but they have no idea what Crockett's crew will do. And so I just want to be clear, for all the haters in the back, listen up real loud. We gonna get this thing done.
Why did the haters come to your gathering? I just want to quote her because I feel like maybe you didn't get the full perspective of that particular soundbite. And this is the sort of eloquence I believe Barack Obama brought to the table as well. Now there are those who say ain't. No way we didn't try it at 50 kinds of ways. Let me be clear. And that was a good point for her to say, because when you say a sentence like that, being clearer is a good option. But she goes and becomes clear by saying, y'all ain't never tried it the JC way. We used to telling us what I can't do. But they have no idea what Crockett's crew will do. Dr. Seuss, original author of that, of course. Now, by the way, this isn't about, I want you to know, this is not about, she's not because she's like looking to be a riser in politics. She's not like, ambitious or anything. Here she is talking about that.
This isn't about me or them. It's about you and us. This is not about ambition.
No.
It's not about my ambition. It's about yours.
Oh, wait, you
your
screwed it up
hopes
again.
and your dreams and a government that has your back, not pushes you back.
Not about her at all. Now, it's funny when you say it's not about a government it's about a government that has your back and not pushes you back. You think it would be somebody that might define a conservative philosophy where they're not involved in every single aspect of your life. What she, of course, actually wants is the government in every single aspect of your life, no matter what. It's a strange way of stating that, but of course, she doesn't mean any of it. Okay, now you might say, one thing I will not do is go to this woman for math. And I will say that's a very good idea. Here she is talking about her deep spreadsheet analysis of the polls.
After evaluating the data, analyzing the trends, researching historic numbers, and combing over the crosstabs, it was clear the numbers were strongest for my candidacy for United States Senate.
Is it? Because you're not winning.
That's why I decided to enter this race, because otherwise I would have continued doing what I've always done, which is support whichever candidate had the strongest numbers.
Right.
So I want to be clear.
What?
I'm not running just to run. This is about winning.
Does anyone on earth believe that Jasmine Crockett was combing through the crosstabs of a poll? I'm going to go with no, first of all. Also, what kind of admission is this? What I've always done, which is support whichever candidate had the strongest numbers. It's like, look, I'm going to do what I've always done. Support the team that won the Super Bowl last year. Now, of course, in my case, my team did win the Super Bowl last year. Let's delete what you think about the Eagles game last night and just remember that day back in February. Okay, this is actually kind of a funny moment. She's talking about children, and, children are important to her. As you know, children are our future, but not necessarily her future.
Childcare has become a second rent. Y'all say amen if you got children, because y'all know I ain't got none. I heard they expensive.
I also heard they expensive. Okay, here is her, of course, obviously the only reason that anyone would even consider voting for her is because they like her on, MSNBC when she says mean things about the president. Here they are.
Well, Trump, I know you're watching. So let me tell you directly.
I don't think he's watching.
You're not entitled to a damn thing in Texas.
To win easily.
You better get to work, because I'm coming for you.
Uh-oh.
He knew he would lose. So Trump did what he always does. Resort to lying, cheating, and stealing.
Oh, we're cheating?
He has rigged our elections once again by changing the lines in the middle of an election cycle.
Okay, that's enough.
Cherry on the
that one's interesting because I find it fascinating that now the Democrats can accuse the Republicans of stealing elections and cheating, which is fascinating. At BlazeTV, we built a home for some of the strongest, smartest voices in conservative media, people who tell it like it is. It's everything the networks won't show you, delivered on your terms, on any device, at any time. And it starts at just $8 a month. So if you're ready to keep winning, go to blazetv.com/Stu. Subscribe today. Save $20 off your annual plan now. It's blazetv.com/Stu.